So, um, last night, in my irritation at having to get up out of my comfortable sleep, because the gods know I need my sleep, um, I had to get up out of my sleep because my 1 year old woke up in the middle of the night. And so, after I put her back to sleep, I decided to go into a meditation, something I hadn't done in quite a while. And um, before having children, meditation was a consistent practice for me. And somehow just with the stresses of, well, let me keep my Star Wars in effect here. So anyway, in the, just in the throes of dealing with being a new mom, family life, being a wife, a homemaker in the daytime, I just basically lost sight of, or just lost the drive, or even the time. It wasn't even necessarily the drive. I lost the time that I had for all of my consistent practices of pranayama breathing, meditations, consistent yoga. I still do yoga in addition to my basic fitness practice, or fitness routine, but um, it still is nowhere near on the level that it was years ago before I had children. And so my meditation practices are still not as forthcoming as they once were. And so last night I went into a meditation. I started to go into a meditation, and then I was like, you know what, let me do some breathing first. And so I did, the pranayama breathing. And let me just demonstrate it really quick for those who may not know. Either one, you may not know what pranayama breathing is, or maybe you are not, you may not know, or well, you don't know which one I did exactly, because there's more than one way to do it. So what I did last night is I basically, I breathe in my left nostril, hold, breathe out the right, breathe in the right nostril, hold, breathe out, breathe in the left nostril, hold, breathe out. And each time you're breathing in, you want to breathe in for as long as it's comfortable for you. You want to hold for as long as it's comfortable for you. Breathe out the other nostril for as long as it's comfortable for you. And continue on like that. The idea is that you want to try to extend your inhale, your hold, your exhale, your hold for longer and longer periods of time as you get further and further along in your progress of pranayama breathing. So that's one way to do pranayama breathing. Um, and so I'm discussing this because last night I had the realization. I realized all over again just how important proper breathing is. Pranayama breathing teaches you to breathe from your core. And I didn't say that, so let me say that now. When you're breathing in and you're making sure that you're filling up your core, and you're filling up this entire part of your body. You're breathing from your diaphragm is basically the best way to put it, from your core. And in breathing deeper and longer, you are slowing down the rate at which you breathe. When you slow down the rate at which you breathe, your thinking's going to become clearer, your speech is going to become clearer and more articulate. Your perception of things is going to be more accurate. You're not going to lose your cool as quick as you would if you were improperly breathing. You were breathing shallow and from the chest. You're not going to lose your cool the same way you would when you breathe shallow, as opposed to when you breathe deeply and from your core and slower, less breaths per minute. So I did the breathing first, and then I was able to go into my meditation quite easily. And so once I was able to slow the breathing down for when I went into my meditation, I just, I dropped the practice, dropped my hand, and I just focused on my slower breathing from the core. And when I focused on that breath, it took me into an instantaneous meditative state. Both of those things together are invaluable. They are invaluable to your day-to-day life, your dealings. And this is the reason for so many distractions anyway in the world that we live in. Because it's known by the people who cause these distractions that you can easily go within yourself and be saved from the madness. And the reason that the distractions are so abundant and in your face is because they know that everything you need lies inside of you. A lot of us are breathing too fast and very shallow for no reason. The only time you need quick breaths is when you are in danger. When your boat has been rocked. And a lot of us are breathing like that on a regular, which means that in a sense, we kind of feel a sense of danger all day, every day, without actually being, in a sense, in danger. Without actually being in danger, we're feeling this sense of danger just based on how shallow and how quick we're breathing. You should be breathing slower and deeper. And your entire energy field is going to change. You're going to attract so many more beautiful things to you. I'm telling you. Do it consistently for a week. Make time to do it, even if it's 5 minutes a day. Or do it here and there, whenever you get the chance, in the car before you get ready to head into a busy store, or before you get ready to go grocery shopping. We know how stressful that could be, or just how frustrating it could be, to say the least. Before you go into work, do it in your car, on your breaks. And this is even for myself. I'm saying this to me as well. It will change everything about you. Your breath is so, oh my God, it's so important to your entire being. The entire structure of who you are. Your breathing is going to play a huge role in it. Because your breathing, your breath, is your spirit. When you understand that and you realize that truth, that breath is a spirit, it's an animating force. When you acknowledge that spirit in you more often and you nourish it, the way that you nourish your spirit is by giving your spirit more, allowing your spirit to interact with your body at a deeper, more meaningful level. And what I mean is when you take in your breath, it is bringing oxygen to your entire body. And when you hold your breath after breathing in, even when you're breathing like just regular without actually doing the breathing practice, try to hold your breath. Even if it's just for a few seconds, breathe in and hold, and then breathe out. When you're not talking to anyone, and sometimes even if you're in a discussion, you can hold your breath for just a few seconds before you say the next thing. Because breathing in and taking that breath all the way into the core of your body, you're oxygenating your entire body. You're replenishing your cells. You're replenishing your being. You are literally going through a rebirth. And a lot of us are not rebirthing ourselves, so to speak. We're not rejuvenating ourselves. We are not resetting ourselves because we are not even getting the proper oxygen. So just try it and see what happens. Don't lose sight of the fact that you can heal yourself through your breath. Your mental self or your psychic self, your soul, your spirit, your physical, your heart. Ah, man, it does wonders for the heart. because it's like it's giving your heart an exercise. Like just there when I took that deep breath, it's like my heart just felt like all this love, like just this ooh. I'm not trying to be spiritual and corny. I promise you, I'm not. I'm not. Just try it. Try it. Peace, love, darkness, and light.